Welcome back, everyone, to another... Kyle, what are you doing?
I'm preparing for the Academy video.
What is that, Private Pile?
Sir, jelly donuts, sir!
A jelly donut?
Sir, yes, sir!
All right, so we get a lot of questions about how to successfully pass the Academy. So we're gonna share our perspectives and give you the top 5 tips that we believe will lead you to success so you don't fail. All right, Kyle, give us your perspective of what you experienced in the Academy.
Okay, so I was 20 years old, super young to be going to the police academy, little to no life experience. I was still living at my parents' house. And honestly, I didn't know what to expect. I was terrified. I was stressed out. There were no videos on YouTube or any social media platforms back then to show or share with you how to even prepare for the academy. And that's why we're making these videos, to make you be successful so that you pass and don't fail. All right, so Mark and I met in the academy. Mark, what was your experience when you started the academy?
Yeah, Kyle and I did meet in the academy. It was a long time ago in 2006. I was 25 years old at the time, incredibly stressful. There's no way to really research how to be good in the academy or what to do. No social media, no Instagram, no YouTube, no videos to watch. You just show up the first day and you're thrown into it, and every day felt just like that. So stick around for our top 5 tips to be successful in the academy, and we have a few bonuses after.
All right, so we're gonna start with tip number 5, and that is commitment. Listen, you've already dedicated yourself to law enforcement. This is the beginning of it. You have to graduate the academy before anything else. You have to put your life and everything on hold until you cross that finish line. I don't want you to think that at the end of the day, when the academy's over, you just get to go home and chill out and have fun. That's not the case. You're gonna have to press your uniforms. You're gonna be polishing your boots, studying material. You're gonna have homework, reports that you have to write. You're gonna constantly be struggling mentally to keep up with all the information that's being fed to you. And not only that, it's very physically taxing. So you're gonna have to let your body rest. So when your buddies and your friends are asking you to go to the bars and hang out on the weekends, unfortunately, you're gonna have to tell them no, and you're gonna have to 100% commit yourself to this. Remember, the ultimate goal is getting to graduation and passing.
Tip number 4 is reputation, and that starts the first day of the academy. Remember, you don't get a second chance at this. When you show up, everybody's gonna be looking at you. What you say, how you say it, the way you look, the way you carry yourself, your demeanor, all goes to your reputation. You're gonna be spending a lot of time at the academy. You're gonna be looking at other people as well. The things that you do and what you say will stick with you forever. Show up the first day, squared away and ready to go.
All right, so that brings us to tip number 3, the magic tip, and that's clothing. Nobody ever talks about clothing. Here's the deal. If you can, you're gonna wanna order multiple sets of your uniform, because at the end of the day, you're gonna get filthy, dirty, sweaty. Your uniform just isn't gonna look as pristine as it did at the beginning of the day. You don't wanna spend your time at night trying to deal with getting your uniform put together. So if you can plan ahead, you'll already have uniforms squared away. If you can't for the entire week, at least 2 or 3 days in advance. That'll give you enough time to study for the material that you need to study for to take and pass your tests, and not have to worry about your uniforms all the time.
Tip number 2 is being a team player. What that means is putting others first. So everything in the academy is done as a group together. There's always gonna be somebody that's done first, and there's always gonna be somebody that's done last. If you're done first, your job should be making it where that last person doesn't stress out. So if you're in the showers before anybody, turn those on so everyone gets hot water. If you're the first one done getting dressed, help others get dressed. If you're in the classroom first, put out everybody's name tag so the last one in the class doesn't have much to worry about. Believe me, there's gonna be a time when you are done first, and there's definitely gonna be a time when you are the last one. Being a team player puts everybody else first. The academy is a success together.
All right, so that brings us to tip number 1, and that is...
Oh, I'm saying that.
Are you saying it or do I say it? All right, so that brings us to tip number 1, and that is you better be fit before you start the academy.
Listen, the academy is not designed to get you into shape. The academy is designed to make you work. You've got to be fit before you start.
Do not expect to go to the academy and have them wait around for you to get to their level. That's not how it works. You're going to have to immediately start doing some physical type of activity. And think about this. If you're exhausted and tired, your body is going to constantly be behind, and it's going to make things so much more hard for you. So guys, this is the one thing that you have control over, and that's being physically fit before you start the academy. And when the academy's done and you're in incredibly good shape, make sure you continue that fitness level outside of the academy. It's important. All right, so I've pulled up some of the answers that some of our listeners gave to help all of you out to prepare and pass the academy. One of the ones that stood out to me was, don't buy a $60,000 truck in the academy. Don't get a DUI in the academy after graduating. Guys, that is so important. And as funny as it is, it happens all the time. When you graduate the academy, as exciting as it is, please don't go out, drink and drive and get in trouble. It happens to guys all the time. You just completely wasted everything that you've worked hard for. Literally, it's gone and you will never get it back. And as far as spending money, you might be making a little bit more money than you had before. Do not go out and blow it like I did.
That's true. All right, this is a great one. Accepting that you will make mistakes, learn from them, and move on. That's a great tip because it doesn't matter how perfect you are in the academy, they're going to find a reason to say that you're wrong. Accept it and move on, because once you get used to saying, I've made a mistake and I'll fix it, you gain the respect of others and it becomes easier and you will be much more successful in the future.
Yeah, that is great advice. All right, so here's another good one. This person's halfway through their academy and they're saying to create a routine has helped them a lot. And I couldn't agree more. If you can create a routine to help yourself be prepared all the time for the next day, you're going to be so much better off. And if you can find groups of friends or academy mates to get in study groups, I would highly suggest that. Don't be a loner. Make sure you're reaching out to other people in your academy to help study for things.
This is also a great one. This person said, you're not a cop yet. Stay humble, take it seriously, or you're going to fail. I really like that because the reality is you're not. You're going to go in with the mindset thinking that you are. Everybody around you knows that you're not a cop. You're a recruit. That's a step into the FPO program. So I think going in there knowing that you're a recruit is a really good baseline to start with.
All right, here's another good one. Don't get wrapped up in the drama and don't get in a relationship with a classmate. Again, this is something that happens all the time. People get themselves wrapped up in other people's drama or people end up dating classmates. If you can avoid that, I would avoid that. In our academy class, we had that happen. The relationship didn't work out and it caused a lot of problems between the two recruits and it made things a lot harder for everybody.
All right, this has got to be my favorite one that I've seen so far. Be a good teammate. Don't be a one-upper at all and shut your mouth. I think what this person is saying is you've got to put others first because we talked about it. Number 4 is reputation. Everyone's going to remember.
Yeah.
What else you got, Kyle?
Listen more than you speak and get physically prepared before day one. Great advice. It circles back to being a team player. Don't always be the person that thinks they know everyone or knows everything, and don't try to be the smartest person in the room. Be a good team player.
This is a funny one. Don't be a bitch. Volunteer and go first. Honestly, that's a great way to gain a lot of people's respect is volunteering for the unknown. It's scary. You're going to do it. Be number 1.
Yeah. And remember, we talked about don't be afraid to make mistakes. That falls in line with that. Follow exactly what the TAC officers are telling you and on all your LDs, your learning domains, and don't get off course. That actually couldn't be more true. If you try to start venturing off course and try to learn things ahead of what you already are, that could throw you way off. And when you go to take your test and you studied other things that, didn't prepare you for what you were originally learning, it's going to throw you off course a little bit. And I always say, stick to what you're being taught and don't try to learn too much.
That's a great tip because Kyle and I have shared before, we've both failed LDs in the academy. And I'm pretty positive I failed because I was trying to study the following week, which was getting too much. I like that. Stick to one topic.
Yep.
It's designed purposely. All right, this one's good. I've seen many careers cut extremely short due to poor judgment or association with alcohol. That is very true, not just in law enforcement, but any career. That's a great, powerful one. This is a good one. Avoid injury and illness the best you can. I mean, don't be doing anything outside of work that might cause you to get injured.
Be an asset to the physical fitness. Too many people get by with just the bare minimum standards. That's actually really good. So if you're somebody that already goes to the gym, you're actively fit, you know about nutrition and all of that, share that advice with other people that aren't as up to speed as you are with fitness. If you're one of those people who are really good at those things, pass that down to somebody else and help them so that they can get better.
All right. I think I'm going to end my section on this quote because of all of the information and all the stuff we got from everyone. I really like this one. This person is saying, don't quit. It's worth it, and know your why.
That is 100% true. And we wish the best of luck to all of you who are starting your journey of the academy.
Dylan, you know who you are. Dalton, you know who you are. Absolute best of luck. Go in there, work your ass off.
Thank you to everybody that helped us out on this. We put this out on social media for people to respond, give their advice to help all of the aspiring people that want to become police officers get through the academy. Thank you for all your responses. We'll see you guys next time on the next video. Good luck to all of you.
Stay safe.